Hi everyone. This is my face right here. This is how I'm feeling. Welcome in everyone. Hi. Everyone, we're live. We are live. We're all. It's all of us. Hi everyone. We was fight. Listen, we was fighting listen, I was stressed. I was stressed, huh? But I appreciate it. We're here. Yes, we're here. So you guys go ahead and introduce yourself. Cap, you can start. You can hear Cap on the stream. All right, there you go.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
My check.
I hear you in Discord.
You hear me in Discord, but not in the thing.
Is Cap muted now?
Oh,
Okay, we're all good.
you mute? Oh yeah, you muted me.
You're
That's
good. No,
what it
you're good. You're
says.
good now.
Can I do it? Hello,
Hello? Hello? Can y'all
No,
hear me
ooh,
now?
no. You were good.
hello.
I'm scared.
No, no, no. We're good. We're good.
Scared.
We're good.
I'm
It's not
scared.
you. It's not you. You're good.
Scared. Are we okay, you guys?
Can y'all
Yes.
hear everyone chat?
Yes.
How we doing?
Can
Hi,
we get a one? Can
Dior.
we get
Hey,
it? Can we get a one
Yoni.
in the chat if we can hear everybody?
Yes.
Give me a one in the chat if
Once.
we can hear everybody. Let's go. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Woo 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 woo
Woo
woo woo
woo.
woo woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about.
You said disabled gamers are not beating the allegations.
Not at all.
Yo, like literally.
I was fighting for my life, y'all. Y'all understand? I was fighting for my life.
Introductions, right?
Yes, but
Okay,
introductions. Yes, we're
yay.
good now.
Okay, cool. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Is the
Yeah, we
things?
good.
Okay,
We're good, right?
yay. Hi. I am Monet. They them pronouns, my I don't know, screen name, brand, whatever, is the Lazy Capricorn. For BGG, I am the residential chief cozy officer for all things cozy games. And what else am I saying? Oh, my things. Okay, so this is so interesting because when I think Autumn asked when we were like discussing this, and she was like, "Oh, do you identify as disabled?" And that's how the conversation started. Because I'm just like, "Oh, I never thought about it," and I'm excited to talk about it with you guys because I will say I'm probably gonna sound a little ableist, but there's reasons, and I would like to hear things. But I have major depressive disorder, anxiety, acute paranoia, CPTSD, and for two of those, I take medications. And I started my medications this year, and they're finally balancing out. Um, and yeah, so that's how I mean, and my things I don't know how I feel about them. I think that's why identifying as disabled I don't know why it doesn't feel like I fit it, but I know I do. So I would love to hear the things. Oh, and I have ADHD. I learned recently. Shout out my doctor. She's
Neurodivergent.
amazing. Yeah, one of those. I'm one of the guys. The peoples. because of that, my therapist diagnosed me with RSD, which is rejection sensitive disorder, and that has definitely contributed to a lot of my career things, which I'm coming to learn, which we could also talk about because disabled in career is very interesting. Happy to talk with you guys.
Yay. Well, I'm so happy you're here. Yes. Clock it.
Oh, we go popcorn. I'm with popcorn to Lilo.
Popcorn, let's go.
Love popcorn. Hello everybody. My name is Lilo Zine. Monet, Cap, lovely meeting you. Um, I am here with BGG today because I am excited to offer my disabled gamers perspective. I am from Chicago. I'm 29 and I've lived with a chronic health condition, skin condition, for over 10 years. I have hidradenitis suppurativa. This is a condition that many Black women suffer with from, and it's very painful and it can limit your mobility, and it also can damage your mental health. And so it's something that I work with dermatologists to kind of manage. I'm also a full time library assistant at a library, an academic library. I'm getting my master's in library and information science. So I'm in
Come on,
school becoming a
Let's
librarians.
go,
librarian. That's
bookies.
right.
Love a
Okay.
good book.
Need y'all.
Join the BGG book club this month. We're reading Honey and Spice. Clock it, clock it. Okay, if you're in the court, then you know. I'll see you in the library. Um,
Mhm.
outside of that, yes, I love my school. I love my books. And I love gaming, you guys. I am a Twitch streamer as well. I love to play Fortnite, The Sims, Arc Raiders is my latest favorite. And the last time I was on this channel was 2025 for Blackoween. We played some horror games. It was real fun. So I'm excited to be back.
Yay.
And I think that's me. So I'm just going to popcorn it over to Alex.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex Jean, or AJ, if you're nasty, and I am a streamer and a gamer. I'm also an artist. Disability pride for me is, accessibility more than anything. I have a neurological disorder. That is a permanent disorder and it's chronic. It comes with chronic pain, peripheral neuropathy. I also have autism and bipolar 1, as well as OCD and agoraphobia. So when I think about disability pride, I really think about all of the things that I do to help myself cope and what coping skills can look like for me. And that has always been gaming and art.
Mm.
And really excited to hear what everyone has to say about these things because there's one thing I can learn, and I always learn something in a room full of disabled people.
Mm. Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, we love that. We love that. Um, hi, everyone. I guess I was muted in the beginning, so allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Autumnus Her. I'm your favorite four-time heart surgery patient, variety gamer, streamer, and award-winning disability and diversity advocate. My disabilities, I have I have two multiple rare conditions. One is called WPW, which is Wolf Parkinson's white disease, which basically means I have an extra electricity that runs through my heart, and if I get too excited, it can cause me to faint. Normally my heart rate is there. I'll bring that up in a little bit. And then my other issue, or my other condition that I have, is POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia. So if I stand up too fast, I can also have an elevated heart rate, which can cause me to faint. I'm allergic to the heat, very much so. I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure that I have ADHD. I can't stay on topic to save my life, and I yes, um, yes. Oh, I also have a PTSD from when I was in a car accident. But I am super excited to be here to talk about the Black perspective. To talk about the Black perspective as a disabled gamer. So let's get right into it. Alrighty. So ableism is prejudice and discrimination towards disabled individuals. And internalized ableism happens when a disabled person has harmful benefits surrounding disability themselves. So, with that being said, you guys, how has ableism affected your life as a disabled Black person?
I'd be happy to start.
Hmm.
And so I just left a comment in the chat about, yes, I mentioned my HS, but I also suffer from mental health disabilities, and that it looks like PTSD, right? That looks like depression and anxiety and even schizophrenia, psychosis, for example, right? And so in my day to day, and I know we're very much here to talk about gaming, I do want to highlight the importance of seeking care, and seeking diagnosis and the importance of that, especially in your day to day, right? And
Yeah.
how that shows up in gaming is very much what we're here to talk about. But what when it comes to gaming, we have our accessibility measures, what we're going to talk about today, but also, making sure you have FMLA to protect you at work so that you can afford your video games and you can afford your controllers, right? And making sure you have that documentation just in case maybe you can't work and you need coverage, right? Healthcare, disability. And so those are areas that I frequent in my day to day, just making sure that my life is taken care of before I can enjoy my gaming. And so that is an area where it really shows up for me most painfully. But of course, gaming though, like I'll pass the popcorn for the gaming aspect. But yes, I've learned so much on this panel just from the group here. So I want to pass the mic a little bit to talk more about that. But I just want to make sure we get that out the way because
Yeah.
it's very important that you're taking care of yourself and seeking those resources that you need.
Yes.
So we're in the
Wait,
Discord.
wait, before you pop to one of us, what is FMLA?
Good question.
Yes, FMLA is the Family and Medical Leave Act, and it's essentially documentation that you can apply for and receive if you are disabled and you have a disability and you need job protection, right? So there's reasons that you cannot work, reasons that you need to be absent. The most common, I don't even know if this is, but the most common is pregnancy, right? When you are pregnant and you're giving birth and you cannot work, women need FMLA to protect their jobs so that when they come back from that maternity leave, they can have a job to come back to. And so FMLA is most commonly covering those types of conditions, right? Or disabilities. But if you have a disability outside of just being pregnant, and I wouldn't even say that's like a disability, but you get what I'm putting down.
Hmm.
Essentially FMLA will make sure that you can keep your
Protect
job
you.
should you need time off. It's job protection and it's very important. And it's something you can talk to your primary care provider about.
Yes.
Hmm. Shut up. I didn't know. Hold on. Hold on. That might be something I gotta look into.
Anything to say to that, Alex?
No, I just know that FMLA is worth it. Getting accommodations is worth it. But
Hmm.
as far as concerning your question about ableism,
Hmm.
honestly, my experience, it's you don't get to be in as many rooms, like tangibly and intangibly. Trying to join people online to be, in parties or guilds. Um, Sometimes they feel like, quote unquote, they have to carry you. And honestly, quote unquote, carrying is a little bit,
Yeah.
the term itself is not really dipped and seethed in protection and care of that person. It's
Yes.
meant to shame. It's meant to shame you
Yeah.
into being better. Shame doesn't motivate everybody,
Yeah.
and it likely
And
will just, be harmful to their mental health in the end.
I wanted to touch base on that because Another thing too is like already being multiply marginalized as both for me, I'm a identify I'm a woman as well as black, so I'm already looked down upon because I'm a minority and I'm a woman. So adding to the disability on top of that, I tend to mask my disability, or I don't uh, always talk about my disabilities because I don't want to be judged, or I don't want to, like you said, hinder my own opportunities. But, at the same time, that hurts myself. And I actually wanted to talk about that because when you're disabled, you tend to have, low energy or spoons. And then and that, isolates you, and you have to spend a lot of time at home, or sometimes you might be bedridden. Um, so how is like being a part of online communities such as BGG helped you overall?
I'd be happy to start if that's okay.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
please.
So I mentioned I have hidradenitis suppurativa, right? And then this is a skin condition. And when I flare up, um, my mobility is restricted, right? There are these areas of my body that become inflamed, and that I hope this isn't too graphic for anyone, but essentially that can happen in my armpits or in my tailbone or in my groin areas, and so that will become very painful, and I can't move.
Yeah.
And so I'll be bedridden for days or weeks, maybe even months at a time, worst case scenario. And so that time that I'm sitting in bed, I can barely leave my room. You know what I do have, right? I have my devices, I have my Switch, I have my Discord, I have BGG, I
Yes.
have Twitch, and I can connect with individuals online. I can have fun through gaming. And that is really what sparked the streaming journey for me, in this time that I'm spending alone at home. And instead of just being alone, because I can't go outside, right? I
Mhm.
have you guys. And so that has been my experience with living with a disability and gaming and having access to this community, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was my most lonely, the internet was the place that I would go to. And at first, it started with forums. I originally started playing Neverwinter Nights on PC, and then eventually Neverwinter Silver.
Mm.
But it was the first game that I ever played where there was community online and other people making servers. And it was my way to make friends and find out more about gaming itself. Like, it really got me into it. And from then on, forums, and then eventually, because I was already playing console, but there wasn't online for Super NES. So I was playing alone, and the same thing with PlayStation until they released PlayStation Online. But let's be honest, it was not ready yet. So
Mm.
when Xbox 360 came out with parties and Halo was really big, even though the lobbies weren't the nicest place you could possibly be, there were places where, yeah,
Speak on it.
yeah,
Speak
Heartbreak.
where
on it.
before restrictions and bans and all that, there were 13-year-olds in Canada giving you the what for, telling you where to go and what to do as soon as you got there.
Hmm.
So it, like, even though it was like
Hmm.
that, I was still in there. Honestly, it made me a better player because I'm like, I will not let a 12-year-old from Canada beat me at Halo. It came, but like sitting in bed, having a Switch, having my
Yes.
controllers, being able to connect with the outside world when my body wasn't able to be outside.
Yes.
Yes, love it, love it. What about you, Cap?
Yeah, I think I can answer both questions at once. So, I, like I said, my things have shown up in my career more often, if anything else. Um, I am by all definition a Capricorn, so being stopped by my brain is very, very frustrating, as driven and ambitious as I am. So what has happened a lot of time is I am masking, and I'm glad that's like it's very top line. One of the first things I learned when I was guided to pay more attention to my mental health illnesses, where I didn't realize like the permanent exhaustion that I have in life all the time is
We may have lost connection.
Yep. Hold on.
Masking. Okay, this is where we left off. Let's see if we can get my
Yeah.
phone back.
Um.
Oh my goodness. I want to hear what Monet has to
I
say.
know.
Oh, Chad, what
I
are your thoughts so
know.
far? We're going to get Monet back.
Yes, we're gonna get money back.
Yeah.
No, that's important.
Yeah. It was getting good.
Yes.
Hmm. How do you all feel about masking your disability?
Uh,
We can't hear you,
we can't
Monet.
hear you, Monet. For me, um, it's so draining. Um, I masked for survival. Um, just to protect myself, to ensure that
Hmm.
I just to ensure that I stay afloat, really. And I don't like to explain my disabilities. So it's not I shouldn't have to do it, but I tend to mask when I'm not in a BIPOC forward space for sure. Um when I'm not in a BIPOC forward space, I most definitely mask more than I should.
Hmm.
And that's why I'm happy to be a
Mhm.
part of that's why I'm happy to be a part of communities
Your
like
party.
the Twitch Black Guild and BGG,
Absolutely.
because I
Yeah.
feel, because the other thing too is I realize like, well, okay, well then it's not all in my head, and I'm able to connect. Because one of the things that happened, after one of my heart surgeries, I was hospitalized for 2 weeks, and at the time I
Mm.
really didn't have the support system like I wanted to, but I found support in community in BGG. So
Yes.
yes,
Oh my God, my audio's back. Liddy.
yay,
Yeah.
Oh
you're
my
all good.
gosh, so
Please,
sorry.
please, no,
Yay.
please, you were very
Masking. You
excited
were
to
talking
hear.
about masking. Yes.
Mhm.
Masking.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Listen, there's, I do think, that CPTSD kicks in so many ways, and a lot of my work is around grief and the rituals around grief. And I do think masking
No way. Is
It's
masking like a
it's
trigger word
masking.
for
It's
Discord?
what is happening? This
Yeah.
Discord doesn't like the word masking.
At all.
OMG. Why every time I hear about when I hear the word mask, my mind just goes straight to a WLW.
Yeah, same.
Can we
Mm.
like
I'm like, oh, a
define
stud.
can we define masking? Please like redefine.
Masking a coping technique to help you assimilate with the
Mm.
outside world when your particular disability may
Mhm.
present barriers to communicating and existing within neurotypical people.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Does it now? Do you think
Thank
it's
my
limited?
autism for that.
Do you think it's limited to just disabilities though? Because I often find
No.
myself
Thank
masking
you,
my
Tisma.
blackness. Hello,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Sexuality.
Code switching is just masking with yeah.
Yes,
Right. Yes. Code
literally
switching is just masking.
masking.
Hmm.
Because we're just trying to assimilate to them because they refuse to learn our language, but we learned their
Uh,
language. So we have to talk to them in
yes.
their language like they're little kids. Like
Hmm.
we
Uh,
have to gentle parent them because if they lose their mind, we have to be calm. But if we lose our mind, we also have to be
yes.
calm.
Uh,
Right.
speak on it. Okay. Well, since we're on the topic, so let's get into gaming for mental health. So there's a study that was done by the University of Colorado Denver with the crisis clinician Michael Casemiro, and Michael Casemiro said there's hidden mental health benefits of gaming, such as emotional regulation, cognitive and psychological growth, social connection, belonging, creativity, identity, and expression. Um, Cap, I know that I know that this is a topic that's really, really close to you. As far as like cozy gaming, I would love to hear your perspective on that.
For sure. Oh my God, am I audible? Like,
Yes. You just can't say the word mask.
Mhm.
It's like a
my
buzzword. Every time you start talking about masking,
It
it
just
just
shut
goes
stops.
up.
away.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm like,
Okay,
this is
let's
like
see.
theater with the Scottish play. Mm-mm, don't say
No,
it.
word. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, you're so right. Okay. Glad I will talk about conscious cozy game.
Yes.
So yes, so I am in this deep dive working on a gaming framework that is currently titled Conscious Cozy Games. So I love cozy games. I think cozy games is this wide genre that has been kind of pigeonhole into one thing. Everybody thinks like, oh, farming sims, like And if anybody knows and should know, I hate farming sims. As a cozy gamer, I can't. I just think there's so many other things you can do. And with conscious cozy games, the idea is that actually I'm just gonna read what I wrote because if I try to summarize it, I'll blah 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 blah. Conscious cozy gaming, trademark pending, is an evaluative framework for games, currently video games, categorically cozy games that treat comfort as a designed emotional experience rather than aesthetic. So a lot of times in cozy games you get the whimsical or the spiritual, the faith-based or it'll have heavy topics around mental health or violence and such. And what doesn't get considered are the mechanics to fully deliver the
Mm-mm.
Ah,
Mm-mm.
Audio just went out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe it's not set up on the other stream.
no, it is. Everything is good.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, we lost money for a second.
We lost Monet for a second. Well, while we get them back, these are some of the games that they did list for like mental health games. Like this game right here is called Clock Out at 2, and this is a game where someone goes into work and they deal with like microaggression and misogynistic concepts and things like that. So I do wanted to show you guys this.
You're gonna get money back.
Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay. Let me speed run then. So essentially, there are games and within the cozy game genre that exclusively focus on the emotional after effects and the heavy themes around mental health and mental health awareness. And so what my framework does is rank them accordingly by how effective they are, by the themes that they're saying that they promote, and the cultural relevance of the themes that they say that they're promoting. And so I rank them from low to high, mid high, all the way up to core. And what is actually being ranked is a variety of things. And so I'll share the doc, but essentially it's the emotional after effects, the emotional intensity, the pacing, the player emotional state required. How does the player need to come mentally prepared for these games? Because you also don't want people being accidentally triggered by something that they were expecting to be a little more lighthearted, or maybe they wanted it to be heavier and it didn't do that. The gameplay loop style, if it's repetitive or meditative or cyclical and kind of boring, or ritual density, how imperative is it to do the same things over and over and over again? And so in the framework, it considers the mechanics that are typically aligned with cozy gaming. So that tends to be archival retrieval or slow traversal if you need to, go from one place to another, or cleaning, cooking, serving people. Gardening also is in the framework that adds a sense of processing the emotion hood. And so in the doc that we will be sharing, listed out a few games that fit some of the themes in the framework. So, for instance, depression, anxiety, and daily functioning are highly discussed and properly represented in Night in the Woods. What comes after A Week in the Life of a Asocial Giraffe. I'll talk about that one specifically because one of my favorites. A Week in the Life of a Asocial Giraffe. In the framework, it's uh, at a mid-high level, but essentially you're moving about in the world as this giraffe who truly does not want to talk to anybody. And I think that's also a great way of demonstrating masking because, oh my God, I hope I don't get triggered. I think it's a great way of demonstrating like what life could look like for someone who does not want to talk to people or has that particular is it illness or diagnosis, somebody correct me on terminology, but these kind of
Mental
games.
dis a person with a mental disability.
Thank you. I think it tends to help people understand these certain disabilities and um, how they can be understood from those who are not experiencing it, and how it can feel aligned for those who are. In trigger warning for disordered eating, another genre in the framework is disordered eating, body image, and burnout, and how that's represented
Mm-hmm.
in Consume Me, Lily's World XD, which is currently on demo, and Wonder Stop. All of them are based around how you take care of your body and what it looks like to do so and to not. I think they do exceedingly well taking the emotional hood of the age group that you're supposed to be focused on and allowing players, designers, practitioners.
No way.
We lost
Can
audio.
y'all
I lost audio
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
If I mean, we could just take a moment. This this is a great example of kind of how, having a disability can be. Everything can be fine, and then all of a sudden it's not. I don't know if anyone else
Mm,
can attest
Mhm.
to that. Um,
mm.
because
Preached.
Yeah.
today was fine, and then it wasn't, and then you're just like, okay, alrighty, but that's we have to keep going as disabled people. But even when you don't want to keep going, it's okay to take breaks. But
It's
Recover.
just to
Recovery
recover.
is very
yeah,
Instant
important.
recovery is very important.
to
Yes.
quote Outcast, Andre
Yes.
3000 specifically, you can plan a pretty picnic,
Mm,
but you cannot predict the weather.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
yes, 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 yes. It's okay. We here. So that's why we're here. And then so this next game is called Grace, and it's about someone who is navigating life after losing a loved one, and they actually gain powers through their dress to help them navigate their grief.
I'm just looking at the artwork. I
It's
love the
beautiful.
watercolors.
It's so lighthearted.
Nomada Studio. Okay.
And like we said, we will share this document, especially if you are a member of the Black Girl Gamers. You will be able to get this document for sure. And it lists all the
Mm-hmm.
games. They're all available right now to go on Steam, to wish list on Steam. Some of them have demos.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
this
really
is
love this one. It
it makes me emotional.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. I feel like it was getting kind of dark there, especially with the shattering and the diving into the pits and the oof, that.
That one really it really really explains like the I felt the emotion for that for as far as grief. They say grief, yeah. I felt
Yes.
that for
Oh, this is
sure.
the grief game.
Yeah, this is the grief one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one that navigated the grief. This is the long one. Wait a minute. And then, so this is the last one that I saw. So this is Spiral, and it's a third-person narrative, exploration game that shares a poetic version of cognitive disintegration.
It's time to head in now, kiddos.
That was my first memory.
Yes,
At least
very
I think it
beautiful.
was. Fishing with Dad. Yeah.
I wonder what that story is. I'm hearing grief, but I really want to know
The bait and
more about that. I
Just
think
that,
Dad's cologne. Oh, yuck.
didn't you say it was their
Always
memory?
begged him not to
Mhm.
wear it, but
Their mind is
he did,
disintegrating?
and
Yeah.
Oh no.
that's
Yeah.
the only way
This one is
I
about
can
this one is about cognitive
think about him.
cognitive function loss.
Oh gosh.
I am
That's definitely up there. That's one of my fears.
of what I
Cap
can
is
remember and what I can.
back.
Oh,
This
that
used to
clock.
bother me, but now
Cap, how are you looking on after you?
their
Should we do a
faces are
BRB?
blurred and softened. Their bodies are just
Why is it always 3 o'clock?
It's okay.
All the clocks have been
It's
3
okay.
All the
o'clock
clocks
so
didn't
far.
say
That's all I
3.
need. The lines, the faces,
My brain looks
the
at like little
colors,
details
words.
like that. I'm like, why
I
do
can't
they all say
remember
3?
exactly who or what they are, but
Just me looking at my
I
IRL
feel
clock. Like,
joy
is there a glitch in the
in my
Matrix?
heart. I know that whoever they are, they changed my life for good.
Not the
They
Matrix.
made me who I am. And
We also have a game dev in the chat right now. Guava,
Ooh,
Pixel
hi.
Studios.
Yes,
Hey.
hi.
Hey.
and good, and I am better for it. I can't remember. It was the promises, I guess. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it. Shared and
define the
broken.
dog's memory?
That was special.
Bro.
A friend, a sister. I can't remember.
We have a couple more
Only
trailers
that
too,
it
right?
was
Mm-hmm.
someone I
Let's
loved
run those, and then we can
told me that this
make sure we get everybody
is
back
enough.
on the stream.
Yeah.
DRB moment.
Yeah.
That was my first memory. I am
Do we have like a no cam?
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We had to say goodbye to Monet. Can we get some ones in the chat, some dubs in the chat for Monet? Oh, some ones in the chat, some dubs in the chats for Monet hanging out with us and giving us all of that insight. Um, what's been your most memorable moment so far? Have you learned anything?
I see them
learned some things from the
ones.
chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Can we get Monet's picture up for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
perm? Hey, Sunflower.
Hi,
Hey,
Sunflower.
Goofball.
Welcome in.
Hey.
Sassy. Be more. I'm seeing
I
it.
see
Bino.
y'all.
Guava. Hi.
Mhm.
Okay. Next. Big next not on.
Yeah. So now
Her.
we're gonna get into the
Duchess.
nitty gritty when it comes to accessibility in gaming. We're gonna really talk about it because one thing a game is gonna do is lack accessibility, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Um, and as we go to it, like, what's something that you wish like game developers just like did more natively?
I can go ahead and start on this one. Honestly, I wish that every single company just had in general an accessibility team. So
Oof.
they're not doing it on individual projects. They have a
Mm-hmm.
team of people. That's all they do is video game accessibility. I mean, you can departmentalize it into genre, but it kind of needs to exist because certain games are doing really well because there's certain things I need. I need some photosensitivity that I can turn
Yeah.
that layer on and off, but that also requires the people making the game to put it on one layer so it can be marked on and off. From a
Yeah.
development standpoint, it's if there's quick time actions allowing me to turn that off, button mashing to turn it off, I need that. There are certain games I played, I got all the way to the top and it turned out to be a button mashing thing, so I didn't get to complete it. I
Mm.
spent all day doing it to be disappointed in the end, and all of that could be resolved by some simple accessibility functions and being able to change and adjust my display for brightness and blurring
Yeah.
and lightning.
I completely understand that.
Wait, what is button mashing?
So you'll find some games where I don't, can I name the game? Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah. Talk about it. Talk,
Okay.
talk. We're here. We're here to have a real talk. They need to know what they
Okay.
doing and not
Okay.
It's
doing. Yeah.
so when Mortal Kombat came back with Deception and the concept of towers. And
Mhm.
so if you complete a certain tower, you get to move up to the next tower, essentially like a dungeon crawler, but going up instead of down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm completing each
Wait,
one.
chat
I
is saying the audio is doubling.
It is.
Yes. There's an echo.
Is there still an echo?
Yes.
There's still an echo.
Oh, it's echoing, baby. Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank
more.
you. Thank you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's still
There we
echoing.
go. There we go. I fixed it. Sorry about that, y'all.
Are we back? Are we back in business?
Mm.
What was it? Oh, Mortal Kombat Deception. So the towers, I'm doing each tower. There are several towers. I'm telling you, 12 hours on this. I finally get to the top. I beat the last person I need to beat. I think it's Kung Lao. And in order to finish it, you have to mash these two. You have to do it in such a way that it's like pounding on the button almost. I was reading online and everyone was saying, "Oh, just use your coffee table and your controller and bring it down. There are all these tutorials." Why did those tutorials have to exist in the first place?
Mm.
That's the problem in and of itself. Why are they
Now I
making
love a
games
tutorial. Hold on, I like
like
a good
that?
tutorial.
Now, that's what I mean. I love a tutorial, but why do we have users why do they have to create this tutorial? And it's because you made this
Oh,
inaccessible. So
you're
now
talking.
people are trying to figure out their own accessibility when it
It's not
should already
native.
be
Oh,
built
you're
in.
talking about creators like
Exactly.
ourselves having to do
Oh,
what the game developers need to do.
Sims mods. Okay,
Mm.
Well, even
noted.
a user at home, like I was doing those towers. I wasn't streaming. That was for me, for the love of the game.
Mm.
For the love
Okay,
of the
the
game,
love
baby.
of the
We love
game.
the love of the game.
Yeah, the love of the game, honey.
We love the
And
love of the
Okay.
game.
so I was just like, so me and everybody else who's ever played this game also like climbed all these towers just to get to the top and find out you don't have love for me. Like you don't have love for Flavor Flav. Like I don't trust
My
you.
Flavor Flav.
Okay, New York.
No,
Duh.
I understand that. Like, and that's the thing too. It's like another thing that I noticed is like a lot of people in their own gameplay don't even realize that they use accessibility features. Like if you're using subtitles, if you're using alt text, or if you're making your text larger, or if you are, activating colorblind mode. Those are accessibility features. Like for Fortnite, within Fortnite you can enable a setting called visualize audio. So like if you're hard of hearing, you can or like me where my processing is delayed, so I'm able to see people's footsteps before I actually hear them. So that helps me game, or if I want to game on mute, I can still game and be immersed in the game.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yes.
I
Or
also
even
feel like turning the subtitles off is, I think people who turn them off, I think need to sit with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't need subtitles. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not about needing it. You don't like to see them at all. And that's okay visually to want that.
Yeah,
It's fine
that's your
to
the
want that.
preference.
immersion. Yeah, you want to be
It's okay.
immersed, and you have the
You
audio
can't.
abilities to be able to do that,
Yes,
and
you
that
have
is
that
perfectly
option.
fine.
Being able to do so. Look, that's your prerogative.
It could be
But
distracting to
access,
you.
Yep.
It's
Having
access. Give
having
us
having
the
the
option.
ability to do so.
ability to
I know.
choose,
I
the
need that.
agency. Yes, that is very important.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
another native feature that I absolutely need, I need my controllers. I need
Period.
that in every game.
Yeah.
I am not folding into the peer pressure of, oh, you're a PC gamer, you should be on mouse and key. No,
Yes.
absolutely not. I'm going for my controller, Xbox, every chance I get. The PlayStation controller is too big for me. I really love that comfort. I love that grip.
Where my controllers? Can we show the controllers, please?
We
Can
having
we
a
show them?
parade.
Can we show the love in the chat? Let me hold
What
on
they
before.
say?
Let me. Do I have my? I know I have my overhead camera, because let me show y'all something, because y'all don't understand. Y'all
Okay,
not.
wait.
Y'all not in it.
Let me
You're
talk to
not.
the money.
Go full screen. Go full screen. We need that.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hello? Wait, pick up your hello?
Wait, excuse
Look at
me.
the screen.
Excuse me. What is
Look at the
happening?
stream.
Hello? Jump on the call.
That black box gotta go. What is?
Hello.
Look.
What you mean? I keep
Hold
that
on.
on me. What you? Hello.
What you talking about over there?
Bam.
Go
What
full
you mean?
screen. Go
Bam.
full screen. Go
What?
full screen.
Okay.
Autumn.
What you mean?
Go
Okay.
full
Hold
screen.
on with it. Hello. Where the games at?
Wait.
Where
There's
the
no audio.
Where the games at? Lord. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Where the control?
Yeah.
One's in the chat. One's in the chat for the controller gang. Hello. One's in the chat. We out here to control the gangs. Yeah. We out
Okay,
here.
wait.
Yeah.
You know I like my
Yeah.
controller. Wait,
Yeah.
Xbox versus PlayStation.
Listen, let me show you. This is that regular. Huh? What this gonna do for me? Huh? What this where the paddle? Where the accessibility at? Hello? What? No. I need them paddles.
No.
Hello? I need
Hmm.
them paddles.
I need that.
I need the accessibility. Hello?
Period.
You hear
Period.
me?
Shoot, what you mean? I keep that on me.
Period.
Shoot. I keeps that on me.
Look.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the grippies on mine. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Them grips.
Absolutely.
I got that custom. You feel
Yes.
me? Yeah, she
Yes.
pink. Look at her.
This
Look
is,
at
and
her.
that's what I was saying about you,
Chromed
Lilo.
out.
You're saying I was gonna do an overhead cam. It's so good. I'm gonna just show it. So you're saying that you wish that game developers natively had controller, right? Or had controller, right? So this bad boy right
Absolutely.
here, this is off brand. Come on, this is the Vader Pro. Now you see all of these extra buttons. Every single button, and I mean every single button on my controller can be remapped to anything, mouse or keyboard. I also have trigger stops. So if I don't want to go all the way down for whatever game that I'm playing, I don't have to. Okay? And then the paddles are removable as well if I don't want to play with it that way. Okay? We keep it out here. So that was one of the games I wanted to learn how to play was Valorant. But I couldn't play it because it wasn't native to the controller. So I had to use external software such as ReadWASD or the Vader Pro controller so I could play a game that was excluding me because I wasn't a controller player. And I didn't have aim assist because I had to remap my analog sticks to the mouse. But I was still getting the kills though. Shoot. I also have a foot controller. Where that at? It's somewhere. But yeah, we don't play that. Shoot. Now I'm all hot. Shoot. This one too. This is another one of my controllers. This is the Victrix Pro. So I don't, we were talking about PlayStation, right? I don't like playing PlayStation because I don't like when my analog sticks are together. And what I love about this controller, it is modular and I can move stuff around. So I can rotate the sticks like that, right? I can rotate the sticks to play how I want to play. And I love that for me.
How much is that?
This one right here, this one's 100 monies.
Is accessibility affordability?
No,
Let
never.
me see
What do
how
you
much.
mean?
No, I mean,
What do you mean? And then this one too, because I also wanted to get into fighting games, but I don't really want to use a big old fight pad. Accessibility to the max. This has the ability to become a fight pad. Or when I'm playing a simulator type of game and I need to harvest stuff, instead of me having to switch back and forth using the analogs, I can just hold down the clicky buttons. And it
Is that the
allows
same
me.
controller?
Yes, it is. This controller is super module. It also has different thumbsticks, like different height with the thumbsticks and everything. Yeah.
ooh, Lord, I paid a pretty penny for this. I just looked up the order.
Yes. Drop that link.
But I
We
was
need that.
also but I also had a job that I was balling out of control a little bit, y'all, just a little bit.
Listen, it'd be
Because
like
I
that.
paid with tax and everything. Okay, so the rubberized grips are $5.99 extra. The other grips, the simple ones, $5.99 for my L1 and L2. The metallic triggers are $3.99, so cosmetic. D-pads, cosmetic, $3.99 for another metallic. And then I got it engraved, and it was $216.37.
Do you have the Elite?
But I bought two. I bought two of them, so that's for two.
Do you have the
So they're about
Elite controller?
No, I did the custom one. Basically, you just start with nothing, and you can pick everything from the grips to L1, L2, your joysticks, what those are made out of, what those look
Nice.
like. So anything cosmetic, but also how the buttons look. I mean, the grip part of it was well worth the fun. So
The
that was how
grip.
I thought that was for one of them. And I was like, oh my God, why would I do that? But I would do
Yeah,
that for two of them. I bought them for myself for Valentine's Day because
as you
the person I
should.
was with wasn't going to buy me anything. And I was like, well, I'm going to get myself something.
As you
And so
should.
I got
As
myself
you
two
should.
pink
Thank you.
controllers.
Yes.
And that grip is very
Yes.
important. I feel
Yep.
like just like the default Xbox controller, right? Or just a default controller, right? You know that backing. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
like that plastic material is
Mm.
slippery, right?
Mhm.
I'm not gaming for
My
hours
glands.
with I'm not raw dogging my controller. I'm going
Yeah.
very much I need that protection over it. I need that what is this material? Is this silicone?
Silicone. Yeah.
I
Silicone.
need that silicone, even with the lines, right? So you can see that
Mhm.
lines. I put my thumb grips. You can tell these
Yes.
are worn, right? Like I'm a little paw prints on there, and so that I can I can just grip that, and I
Yes.
love that need that grip, and that's very important when I'm using my
Mm-hmm.
controller. And now I can
Yeah.
play for hours. Now I can stream
Yes.
for hours because I have like
Yes.
that accessibility. And
Yes.
so that is what
Mm-hmm.
accessibility looks like, right? Those are just the very minimal ways that you can create accessibility for yourself, right? You
Mhm.
know, 5.99 thumb grips. Okay.
Yep.
This here
Mm-hmm.
maybe 7.99. You can probably get this for maybe a little bit cheaper. Who knows where you get them from? Amazon. But these are very
Mm-hmm.
cool, and also they add a little bit of color, which I appreciate. So
Mm-hmm.
customization is very important. And just like Alex was saying, you can just order them customized, right?
Mhm.
There are custom, there are channels. Sometimes you can get them
Oh.
straight from the supplier. And so
Mm-hmm.
that
That's
is
right. I,
accessibility that I appreciate, you know.
While we're on the topic of Xbox, Xbox, like I know Xbox has its, tribulations and stuff, but Xbox is very, very accessibility forward in the sense like, so Alex, when you went to go and do your design lab, did you know that on Design Lab, there's actually there's seven free printable 3D files so you can have accessibility thumb grips as well.
Mm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, the files are free. And another unconventional controller would be the Stream Deck. I use the Stream Deck when I'm playing my simulators. So I have a visual of the key that I need to use because you can
Oh
remap this to
yes,
anything. Yes, because you can most definitely uh uh
always.
customize that to your 100%. Can we
That's
can we
literally
take
brilliant.
can we take it retro real quick? Can we just take it retro
Keyboards.
real quick? Yeah, show me the keyboards. Can we show you accessibility keyboards? Mine has a wave in it. Mine
Ooh,
is
I was gonna
waved.
say, ooh, you out here better
Oh,
than me, play it.
Mine is waved.
Mine's just raised. Oh,
keyboards.
Yes, let me
Oh
see,
see the
mine's
God.
got a.
keyboards.
Oh, I can't lift it up.
It's
You
all
know
good.
what,
Hold on.
Show it to it. Yeah, there you
sir? Why
go.
not? I'll
Show me the.
unplug it.
We do both. You know what I'm saying? I'm ambitricrolius. Is that word? Is that right? I'm ambidextrous.
I need that
Ambidextrous,
full. Oh
sure.
my God, it's dirty. There's lip gloss at the top of mine, but
It's
I
okay. We
need that
good.
Afro. You know, I have everything. I have my home. This is perfect. I have my knob for audio. Like this is really tea, and it's technically kind of like a full keyboard. You know, we have the compact. We got the 65%, the
Mhm.
60s, the hundred
Mm.
percent, 90, 95s. But this is like a compact. This is like a compact, and so it has like that full Afro. It has those home end page. It's perfect for my sims, my simmers. Need this. I'm just showing you one more time. But I love a good keyboard, especially compact. It saves space on your
Yes.
desk, your platform. And so yes, accessibility. It
Yes,
comes in many
accessibility.
forms.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to say. Controller. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. You see that racing wheel? It's kind of blurry. I have a
Yes.
racing wheel back there. So one of the things too, to touch back where we were talking about mental health and gaming, I had severe PSD, trigger warning, due to an accident. So I had severe anxiety, like to the point where I was shaking. So how gaming helped
Hmm.
me was I bought a racing wheel so that way I could get used to not driving again, but just being in a car, because it took about 120 hours for me to be comfortable again being in a car, because I was playing American Truck Driver Simulator and I was
Mm,
using that type of game. Because there'd be a time, because I put like all the realistic on with the triple monitor setup. I felt like I was giving myself traffic school, and like the
mm,
shakes of the controller would cause me to have a panic attack or an anxiety attack because I wasn't used to it. But that is 100% my homie, because I was able to be comfortable to be in a car and drive again thanks to gaming. That's I totally forgot about that. Give it up for the racing.
mm. Wow,
Uh,
PTSD. Yes,
mm,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, I definitely have a driving PTSD story as well. And I never thought to try to resolve that using a driving simulator.
Mhm.
Mm.
And
Yep.
that might have helped a lot. And it took
Yeah.
years to recover from that. I'm still recovering, but I'm doing much better now.
Mm.
But I never
I've
thought about
seen
that.
Yeah.
I've seen some really
Wow.
great studies about exposure therapy with VR,
Hmm.
and I've heard
Yeah.
it's pretty successful.
Like flight simulators. They literally
Mm-hmm.
teach you when you learn how to be a pilot. You use the you I think they use the Microsoft Flight Simulator game to teach pilots
Mm-hmm.
how to
Mm-hmm.
be in it, because
Yes.
again that had all three pedals, and it had a shifter in it. So like I had to, practice driving up, driving down. They had mirrors on the side, so I had to like I really had to focus and hone in on that. But
Hmm.
yeah, dub gaming, dub accessibility. Is there any other are there any other games you want to shout out that helps you, just because we're here, before we get into being a creator and disability?
Honestly, getting back
Mhm.
into roguelikes helped me
Hmm.
with my reflexes a lot.
Oh
When
yeah.
I had to have a double mastectomy, and you lose a lot of your muscle strength in your arms and your hands, and I already have peripheral neuropathy, so I had to figure out a way. They give you like tennis balls and all these other things, but straight up that was boring to me, and so I had my custom controller. I had a couple roguelikes, and that's when my best friend and her husband got me into Diablo at the
Hmm.
time, Diablo 4, before the last two expansions. But that's what helped me ease back into it. It wasn't a lot of pressure to figure out how to use the game. It was very easy. Some mechanical things, but it made it very simple, and I also needed
Nice.
that.
Hmm.
Yes.
Contained excitement, contained
Yes.
adventure.
Yes, for sure.
Mobile games, right? I love a
Mm.
good puzzle.
Mm,
I love a good
Yes.
water sword. Something I can just lay in bed. I don't have to turn on my computer or do anything like that. I just pop on my
Yes.
phone, go straight to my mobile game, right? My water sword. I'm just getting sorting water, colored water, right?
Yes. I love that
Just
game.
little puzzle games, and it makes me feel like, okay, I'm working my brain. I can listen to my audiobook and do this. I can just unwind, relax, and still get my game on.
Yes.
And so yeah, there's definitely many avenues to kind of get your game on,
Yeah.
and be disabled, right?
Yes.
And be empowered and have access to fun and to play,
Yeah.
right? That feels comfortable and works for you.
So my go-to game that I want to shout out is Lo-Fi Sessions, as well as On Together. They're co-working games, and with my neurodivergence, I have a hard time staying focused. So I tend to need a body double, and lo-fi sessions and on together it allows me to one have community, because I'm like for on together you can invite your friends to have little virtual characters, and do their own thing, and they don't even have to be working with you. They can actually play the game. There's like basketball and swimming and fishing that they can do. And I really, really love that game because it allows me to stay focused. Um, and then the soundtracks is just beautiful, lo-fi, non-distracting,
Hmm.
things like that. And Animal Crossing. Listen, let me pick my weeds in peace. Let me pick up my weeds in
See,
peace.
Animal Crossing did the exact opposite to me.
Really?
Because I was running a national nonprofit. I was overworked and I was jumping on late to Animal Crossing at this particular point. But everyone said it was, really relaxing for them. And I got there and it was basically a virtual version of doing my job.
Oh
Because it was all
no.
like my job is all like outreach and checking on people and making sure they have everything they need. And I was like, oh, but we can't do this.
We love South of
We
Midnight.
can I still have it and occasionally we'll go in to go do really limited thing. No one told me that there was stuff in the game that can hurt you, like bees.
Oh,
Bees?
yeah,
Really? Why does there have to be something to harm you? Can I turn the bees off?
that's true.
Grounded, the spiders. You can turn the
Oh,
spiders
you
down,
can
right? The
turn the spiders off.
arachnophobia.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
accessibility.
Mouse, the new game just come out, Mouse PI for Hire. That game is
Mhm.
completely in black and white, but the way that they use accessibility is based off of like lighting, and at any point in time you can press, I think it's Y, and then footprints show up to help guide you. And it's like
Ooh.
a part of one of their superpowers. So it's not an accessible, it's a in-game accessibility feature, so you always know where to go.
Ooh, I love me a sparkly trail. Tell
Mm-hmm.
me where to go. Don't stop this.
Assassin's
Like,
Creed Shadows, show me the Pathfinder. Please,
yes.
show me the way.
In Diablo, you can turn it on or off
I love
and
that.
change the color. Yeah, because sometimes I don't know
Yes.
where to go, or I want to divert from my path and want to
Yeah.
go, get back on track. And
Yeah.
that tiny little map on a big TV is not fun when you're
Yep.
like 5 feet away. So,
Yeah.
You know who did a really good job with that?
Who?
South of Midnight.
mm,
Yes.
I loved
I
playing
love
that.
that game.
I
Shout out to
was
the
So
never
culture.
cute.
lost. I always knew which way to go. It was
Yeah.
perfectly guided. The lore, we're not even gonna get to the lore and the storyline and the representation, but that feature, right? Those it was very straightforward, and especially when you're not used to playing what would you call those? Like the story games with the boss fights. That was my first time
Mm-hmm.
playing anything like that. And I was very much attracted to it because there was, you know, a woman of color, the protagonist, our girl, Hazel.
Mhm,
And so I was like, oh, I have to play this, right? I think everybody in BGG was so excited for this game to come out.
mhm,
And I think for me being my first time doing boss fights, right? Doing this type of story, um,
mhm,
it was very guided. There were the
Yeah.
accessibility features were there. There were the subtitles. There were the cutscenes. Right, I could use my controller, and I could really enjoy this story. And being from New Orleans and surviving Katrina, it was very important for me to see that representation there in this video game. Um, and so I just have to shout out South of Midnight and
Yes.
Compulsion Games for
They
creating
did that.
the beauty and the joy that is South of Midnight, right? Because not gone and never forgotten. Um,
Yeah.
so yes, yes, definitely need
For
more
sure.
of that.
Love that. We
Yes.
love that. We love that for sure. Yeah, because that's one of the things too. Like a lot of games. Okay, that's another thing too. Like a pro and con when it comes to Assassin's Creed, just the entire series. It I personally struggle with those types of games to stay on track because there's so much to do. There's so many side quests. There's so many different things to do to take you away from the main story. For example, I have 80 hours in Assassin's Creed Shadows, but I only have like 12% of the main story done because
Mm.
as I'm going to the main story, I'm like, ooh, something shiny, and all of a sudden I'm doing a side quest, and then that side quest
Mhm.
knocked me off for 2 hours. So I love when the game is
Mhm.
simple and guided and I can finish it.
Mhm. Because that's so real. Like I
Mhm.
have in 3 years, I have 526 hours in Diablo, and I'm
Okay.
only about 49% in completion, supposedly.
Mm,
Ooh wee.
yep.
And I've
How
done
many hours?
526.
Oof.
I think that's what the last.
Baby.
I think that's what the last count was.
Oh
It's me
man.
and Fortnite. Me and Arc Raiders.
Hello.
Holy cow.
Speaking of arc
Sims,
raiders, I
hello?
mean, I always need a little arc raiding, a little extraction.
Well, talk to me after. Yeah, duh.
Alrighty. So as we start to wrap up, so we're all creators, right? So one
Mhm.
of the things about creators, about being a creator is networking, right? So attending
Hmm.
conventions tends to be like a vital part of the creator experience and the connecting with other people. Um, the accessibility, have you all ever been to conventions? Because the accessibility has been lacking.
I don't know where to begin. I'm sorry.
So
I was gagged because I
it's
saw what
hard.
happened.
It's hard to. So I have, but I only it discouraged me so much. I haven't gone back.
Mm.
And that's a
I won't say
shame.
what the con is because
Why
maybe
not?
they've
Tell them,
changed.
nah, shout it out. Let it know. Let them, let them know.
It
Why
was
not?
an it was an anime fest and fan con here at the Irving Convention Center.
Mm,
Um, they've since built a nice new one, which is cool, but trying to get around and like it's not just okay, the entrance has a zero entry. You have elevators, cool. Trying to move through a convention when you have when you are a person with a mobile disability
Hmm.
is kind of like a nightmare.
yeah,
There's no lane, there's no area to be able to get through, and then you'll have people who are like who don't have mobile disabilities, and that's not always the case, but in a convention space where it's crowded, you find that people will use that lane as well. But it's because the spaces aren't set up for this, they're not set
yeah,
up for somebody who's like if I'm using the wheelchair portion of my rollator, um, you don't look at people that are lower. People tend to not look at you. And even with the
yeah.
rollator and I'm standing and I'm almost 6'2", y'all, people still won't
A
move for you.
stallion.
Mm, yeah.
They make us different in Houston, honey.
Okay, I heard.
Hello.
Hmm. Our water different.
Gotta be. I was just at DreamCon. I hope some of that rubbed off on me, child. Love it. Love. Shout out to Houston. Big shout out to Houston. I think
Yeah, shout out to H-Town for real. Shout out to my granny.
Mama. Ah. Oh my goodness. I was just at the American Library Association convention in Chicago, right? I mentioned I'm in school becoming a librarian, and so I'm dipping my toes into those waters, and connecting with that professional group of librarians and library workers, right? And I remember having to use the bathroom, right? At this convention. It was at the McCormick Place, which is a major convention center and hotel in Chicago. So if you're pulling up for an event, it'll probably be there, unless you're in Rosemont. But we were at the McCormick Place, and what I love most about that space is that the convention, very very unlike DreamCon, right, in Houston, and what was it, the George Brown Convention Center, everything is in one room. And so it's spacious. There's a cafeteria there, right? And that cafeteria has stairs, and it also has an elevator. Um, but everything is in this one room, and then you need the bathroom, right? And
Yeah.
so the women's bathroom is full, it's packed, it's a line. And me on this particular day, I was a bit more mask presenting, and so I feel comfortable going into the women's restroom, right? Because who's gonna check me? I know it's between my legs, and regardless, politics, respectful, etc. Um, and there was a gender neutral restroom, and I was very happy to see that. I was very pleased to see that, and when I definitely went. I absolutely went. I felt comfortable doing that, and nobody was going to check me, right? And so, I think that even just those little things, space design, is very important, especially when you're inviting
Yeah.
a diverse group of individuals who are passionate
Yeah.
about whatever it is that they're celebrating into your space. I think convention centers have a lot to think about when they're hosting these very big events and catering to a large group of people. And so it's just little things like that that I think I
Yeah.
appreciate and definitely stand out, right?
I have a couple of
For
things to say to
sure.
that. So I've
Sure.
been to 4 different conventions. Four? Yeah, 4. My first convention ever was going to PAX West. And PAX West, I have to give them all of their flowers. They had the easiest processing. They had the easiest process as far as getting getting a disability badge. And they had like so you had your regular badge, but if you had an accessible badge, they printed you out a badge that goes along with your badge, and it shows that you are accept that you have accessibility needs, and you could check if you needed like captions, if you needed to sit
Wow.
in accessibility seating, I mean. And it was one of the greatest experience ever. They had accessibility like lines, they had gender neutral restrooms, they had what do they call it, like quiet zones. So if you get overwhelmed, you had rooms that you can go into to be, to be in a quiet area. But on the opposite end of that, I went to
Hmm.
LA Comic Con, and they give you a little
Mhm.
sticker that shows ADA, but it didn't really do anything. Um because parking was absolutely atrocious. They actually cut off all of the they cut off all the accessibility um parking. They had it like cut off. And when I went to go and park with the people who I was there at the time, they were like, "Oh, you can't park there." I was like, "Do you see that ADA? You see that ADA sticker right there?" Because I was already irritated. Because I was like, "Do you like your job?" So I really wish that the people that they hire was way more like informed. Um,
Hmm.
with the accessible, like they don't, people need to be trained on things like that, because people need to understand. And then the same thing with TwitchCon. TwitchCon was just like PAX, where you were able to get a sticker that shows if you had an accessibility or not. And then they also gave you a
So
um,
cute.
free sunflower chain that showed that you were different, that you had it, that you needed accommodations. But my personal
Love
thing to
that.
do is I bought this little chain here, this little lanyard that shows that I have a hidden disability. So I keep this with me, so I don't have to explain to anybody that I have a hidden disability. And in order for me to get the accommodations that I need sometime, I do have to unmask and display it for everyone to see.
Yeah, I like that because like
Yeah.
we also don't want to infantilize anybody.
Hmm.
You know, I like a lanyard with that instead, or
Yeah,
at least the option to choose.
the option to choose for sure. Alrighty,
I love a lanyard.
alrighty. Last but most definitely not least, y'all. We're all we're all creators on Twitch, right?
Hmm.
So Twitch recently announced that they are finally adding a disability pride guild. So what are you,
Amongst others.
how y'all, they announced the Indigenous Pride Guild, and then and was it the Asian Pride Guild as well? I
Yep.
think it was. But
Well, no, let me double because we have
because
the Latin Guild, we had the Black Guild, we have the
Pride
Women's
Guild.
Guild, we have the Pride Guild, and recently announced were Indigenous, disability,
Mm.
and yes, one more. I believe it was Asian Guild.
I think it was the Asian Guild.
Fact check me if I'm wrong.
But yeah,
But
how are
yes,
y'all feeling about the new Disability Pride Guild?
Well, as someone who's been an organizer for like 20 years,
excited.
there are certain things I look for when somebody says they're doing an initiative like this.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
it's coming from, of course, a company. So it's coming from Twitch. So hopefully there was a hiring committee put together to put the right people in place for this. Not just some people with one disability, but a diverse crew of different backgrounds.
Yes.
Making sure that the global majority is your majority stakeholder in this. And then I'm looking at, okay, now that this initiative exists, what are the plans of action? Is it a call of action and for awareness and to lower stigma? Is it a pathway for people to become consultants for cons to help them adjust? Is it a place to help them get a foot up and getting jobs and becoming streamers? Or is it going to be a hub of education where you're posting things that theoretically could be considered an what do you call that, an e-course, or videos essentially
Mm.
similar to school, but we won't know this for a while, and it also could be very much in a test phase, because if we don't
Mm.
know the cap on it. And now if they put, I feel like it's going to get overwhelmed with folks because there's a lot of
Yeah.
disabled gamers. So it's possible that a cap will be put on it,
Mm.
especially if this is a beta stage and they weren't prepared to be overwhelmed with however many applicants.
I didn't even think about that. That's an excellent point. What about you,
And
Lilo?
I don't want to spoil too much, but if you apply and you state that you are disabled, there is likelihood that you will be admitted.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing goes for the other guilds, right? As a
Yeah.
member of the Pride Guild, the Black Guild, the Women's Guild, and soon to be the Disability Guild, I think it will function just like any other guild that where you are locating community based on the shared identity. Um, as a chronically disabled, queer, non-binary Black woman, I understand that these identities and these demographics that I possess can, at times, they're marked with layers of difference, right? Which means that depending on which spaces I enter, there might be some compromise.
Mm.
And that is because there may not be enough accessibility, right? There may not be enough training, there may not be enough empathy. And I think what's really important about communities like Black Girl Gamers or the Twitch Unity Guilds is that those spaces were meant and designed to cater to an identity of difference, right? An identity of that could become your superpower, right? You can find others, especially in the streaming community, collaboration, opportunities, education catered for streaming on Twitch. And finding that network in that group. And so I think that is very important. I think that is very exciting. And just because you have a disability, or just because you are a woman, or you are of color, um, it's or you are queer, you deserve representation. You deserve to take up space just
Yeah.
as much as anybody else. And we deserve those spaces, right? If you are indigenous, holy cow, my heart goes out. And you are American and you know the history. But we understand the need and the necessity for representation
Yeah.
and accessibility, and just opportunity in these spaces that are dominated by the other.
Yeah.
And so I'm very excited about the Disability Guild and the Indigenous Guild and the Asian Guild and all of the guilds that already exist. Um, So I'm looking forward to applying and hopefully
Yay.
seeing, my peers here, Autumn, Alex, Cap, Monet. I hope to see you all in that space. And of course, I'll be in BGG, hopefully
Hello.
always. So yes, that's my thoughts on that.
So, Lilo, I just
For
want to
sure.
say I love how positive you are about the entire situation
Yes.
because I have all sorts of anxieties about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
Same.
because you have to, it's an honor system. You fill out your streamer survey and um you're
Yes.
they if you don't necessarily identify as disabled, um or you don't know whether or not you qualify because you're not 100% sure if you're disabled. If you wear glasses, you're disabled. That's a disability aid because if you cannot see without your glasses, you're disabled. And or mental health issues. Like because there's such a large spectrum of
Hmm.
disabilities. My concern about it is that like you were saying, Alex, do they have the right team? Did they, are they utilizing like the spaces correctly? My also concern is like safety, or when they open it, are they going to have proper resources for us?
Mhm.
Are they going to give us more ways to make our own streams accessible? What, like, again, in the base, and then touching off of what Lilo said, what opportunities will come with that? um
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to say about that, because I
Mm-mm.
know that
That's
it's
important.
yeah, because and then, it not being, because it's open to everyone. I'm not 100% sure how like Lilo saying, how I would show up, because
Mhm.
are they going to separate the spaces for BIPOC forwardness? I just have a lot of I have I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to be a part of it because I want to see what they're going to be doing with it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, because that's a honest and fair thing. Because like, who all
Hmm.
gonna be there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who all gonna be there? Like,
Who
what
all
are
gonna
going to
be
be
there?
the
Okay.
implications? Like, are we gonna
Uh,
like and that's the other thing too, is like, when people, like, for example, if people are posting pictures all the time, are they going to require alt text? When someone's posting a video, are they going to require a video description so people who use screen readers can use it? It's the little things like that that I think about.
Yeah,
it's
because
yeah,
because like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
dropping everybody in one single space together is kind of violent
Yeah.
if they don't all want to be there. They want to
Yeah.
keep a channel in their life.
Yeah.
No, I wish Charlie was here, right? Charlie
Yes.
is Twitch's community engagement manager. Oh my
Yes.
god, Charlie is an icon.
We
Oh
love
my goodness.
Charlie.
I know Charlie is, yeah, doing a lot of that work. He's amazing. And
Yes, I love
so
Charlie.
I put my faith in him to make sure
Yes.
that space and those that he picks to be the community specialists, right,
Yes. Did
are
y'all
going
apply to
to
be leaders?
be, of course,
As you should.
of
Oh no,
course.
I'm not. I know ball, so usually I'm happy to help
And you
on a
said no.
volunteer basis.
Of course. Of course. And so I
Hmm.
definitely feel you with that. Oh my God. I don't want to lean into like it's going to be violent, but
Hmm.
I think that those that layers of difference that
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, that shows up
Yeah.
even in the Black
Hmm.
Guild, even in
Yeah,
BGG,
of course.
anywhere at
No,
work,
Hmm.
on
Yep.
in stream. Yeah, it's gonna show up. There's gonna be difficulties, maybe differences in communication styles, especially when you
mhm,
start thinking about disabilities, right? I don't, not to
Yeah.
like just
mhm.
start calling out disabilities, but you know what I'm
I didn't mean
saying?
violence as in like actionable. I mean like you have two different culturally experiences of
Harm.
Mm.
being
Yeah.
disabled and yes,
Yes.
causing harm. And
Yes.
Yeah.
usually it's extreme harm if you're talking about everybody is in the
Yeah.
same thing together. You could get a pylon of people who've had the same experience as this person, but not of you. Like those kinds of things that like mods shouldn't have to moderate and like
Yeah.
why would you want to?
You think
Because
I'm
I've
only
had
here because I wear glasses?
national Yeah, I've had to manage
Right.
like a 37,000 person community of no, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. I understand exactly what you mean about that. Like, especially if I'm like,
I don't. I
trying.
want to hear more.
Yeah, like cuz I've had that happen to me too, where I was trying to explain my disabilities,
Hmm.
but my disabilities are invisible. So someone with a
Hmm.
physical disability was upset because I was using the accessible wheelchair in the store. They were like, "Well, there's you don't look sick."
Nah,
Okay.
no, 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 no. We're
All
not
right.
doing that either. Cause you know what? You know what? I'm glad you said that, right? Because like I'm at work, I need a standing desk for my
Mhm.
condition. And so you know what they did? They didn't just give me a standing desk. They gave everybody in the department a standing desk as well. So you can
Mm.
call that what you want, but hey, take it as
Mhm.
I take it. I thought it was. It's like a part of that is like, okay, I needed this, but y'all just gave it to everybody. But also a
Yes.
part of understanding that there was this accommodation. Sometimes we move around and we use different desks. So it's nice to know that if I wanted to go over to that desk, there's already that standing desk there that I could just hop on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I have my
Mhm.
primary location, and so I think there is always intention versus impact, and I think
Mm.
right now it's very important that we're having these conversations because we know about the guild. We know it's coming. We know that there's going to be a new space focused specifically on disability and disabled gamers.
Mm.
And we know that the intention with that just out the gate, I hope we know, because I really want to hear more what Alex has thoughts about this, especially with Alex's experience. But I believe that the intention with doing this is from a good place,
Yeah.
and I hope that Twitch gets the right people in there to continue to make translate that intention into positive impact, positive change,
Yeah.
right? Making sure we have our voices are amplified, right? Disabled voices are being amplified, they're being seen, they're being heard. The alt text, however you want to put it, we need all we want it. You want it, we
Yeah.
need it, we got it, right? And I think that is exactly what they should be delivering at the end of this. And so yes, that's just it's out there.
Mhm.
Clip Twitch, clip that.
Right.
No. But like the part for me that I'm worried about is where was there a survey done prior to the guild being made, sent
Mm.
out to people who identified as disabled gamers?
Yes, that's where the
I
streamer
didn't get one.
survey comes in, because that's why
Okay.
they tell you in your dashboard, they tell you to fill out that streamer survey so they can see what spaces that they need, because that's where the disability pride shelf
No,
came
no, no.
from.
Well, Autumn, that's a
Oh,
No,
demographic. Like,
I mean the disability guild itself. Did they send out a survey to do a needs assessment on what the
oh,
disabled gamers
not yet.
would like to
mm,
have, what they would like to talk about, their various disabilities and what accessible needs they would have?
yeah,
That's the kind
no,
of stuff that I'm like, what kind of needs assessment was done prior to? Now you
yeah,
can do market research and do market research about gamers using commerce as your main statistic backbone, but unless you ask specific questions
Yeah.
to your core audience, which are people who are using your website that identify as disabled, what that makeup looks like, what kind of
mm,
people you need to have in charge, what kind of moderators you need to have. Do we need to hire artists so we can make a this version and a that version of the photos we put up?
oof,
Do we need to start making colorblind art? Like, what kind of, like, what do we need to do
yeah,
to
Twitch
make
clip
this
that.
the most accessible?
Look, it's gonna be I just know it's gonna be a whirlwind because
Yes,
everything you saying, Alex, yeah, you are
mm-hmm,
absolutely right. There's
you
going to
on
be a
it.
lot of accommodations
Yep,
needed to be made, especially when you are hosting a space for the disabled community and
yeah,
everything that that looks like and everything that comes with it, right? We're talking mental, we're talking physical, we're talking invisible and the likes, right? All of it. And
yeah,
so
Preach.
Baby, this is why I wish Charlie was here
Yeah.
because
Shoot,
oh my god,
we
we
need
gotta
to
make
do
sure
this
Charlie get this
again.
vibe.
We need
No,
to
we
do
gonna
this
send
Get
Charlie
Charlie
a
on
again.
the pod.
vibe.
Yeah.
Charlie should have
Hot
been
Yeah.
on the
seat.
panel, baby,
Yes.
because that's
These are
very
Hot seat.
important. Yes, very
yes.
important
What
questions.
did y'all do? Alrighty. Does anybody in chat have any questions, comments, or concern? Um Listen, I could sit here and talk about disability all day and night, but we can't, keep y'all here for that long. Someone said, I have another question. Did Twitch or the mainstream gaming community ask about disability in gaming? No, that's what Alice was just talking about.
I'm like,
No.
did anyone ask us?
Wait,
They're like, we made this
repeat the question. I don't
initiative
understand the
and
question.
we
The question
basically
says,
they're
go ahead.
basically they're asking, was anybody asked in the gaming community in general or disability in gaming, or the gaming community, if like what was needed?
Oh, I understood this. Did we
Like,
ask for this? Did anybody ask for this? Is what I thought it said. If so, if that was the yes, I mean we needed this. We need
Yeah.
this. I didn't. I was surprised, just as the rest of my peers. I think when it was launched, because we had no idea it was coming. We knew the
Yeah.
indigenous community already had its own collective separate from Twitch, and that will continue to exist. In addition to this new Twitch guild that is catered to indigenous folk. So indigenous folk didn't have a guild like the Black Guild did, right? They had to create their own space outside of it, right? The Black Girl Gamers, I'm pretty sure existed before the Black Guild.
Yeah.
No,
All of these guilds are
right,
new. Yeah.
right. So it is very new. It's like people are having their community in their spaces, right? You know, the Latinos are having their own streamer university, maybe. So it's just like you create your community, but Twitch, I think, is
Yeah.
trying to appease these groups
Yes.
by creating these guilds, and they're asking Twitch streamers to show up and show out and support like we do.
Yeah.
And I think that is all right. I think that is okay. And once you get into that space, right? I never would have met Alex had it not been for BGG. I never would have met Autumn had it not been for BGG, right? And so I think it is very important to have those spaces where we can at least connect
Yeah.
and talk about our experiences, right? Like Autumn, thank you for
Listen.
organizing. Let's just start there, right? Autumn brought us together for this panel, and I just want to make sure that we are like remembering and noting that. And it was a very collaborative experience, right? Process leading up to the day of the event, the moments, right? So I do want to thank Autumn, and of course JN and BGG for allowing us to show up on the Black Girl Gamers channel.
shout out to the
But
UK.
yes, shout out
Disability
to
is
the
not a
you,
bad
yeah,
word. Disability is not
yeah,
a bad
yeah,
word.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck.
Listen. Yes, and
W
I'm
Blacks in the chat.
W
Okay.
Blacks, happy Disability Pride Month. Happy being black.
Yes.
Happy BGG. Shout out to the black community. Shout out to the disabled black community. And then also like kind of to end it all, you don't have to join the space if you don't want to. If you don't want to join, you don't have to. If you get into the space and you find out it's not for you, you can leave. Okay? I'll go to BGG. I'm in BGG. I'm happy in BGG. I'm in Twitch Black Gill. I'm happy in those places, again, like Lilo said, they're trying. I appreciate their effort in trying, and I just overall look forward to seeing how this goes. But that is the end of our time here on the channel. Y'all go ahead and, tell us about yourselves one more time, where we can find you, your socials, and if you have any upcoming events.
Yup.
I am Princess PXPX or Pew Pew, Princess Pew Pew on Twitter, or you can find me on Instagram at Adventures with Alex Jean. I am currently not doing any particular projects, just some art projects here and there, and you can also find my art at Art with Alex Jean. art by Alex Jane. Excuse me.
Can we get links in the chat? Is that okay?
I try it's
Mm-hmm.
so I've been shouting us out. Yeah, so if y'all can put in the chat because I've been shouting us out. But if you are on Twitch, our names are added in the title. So if you click our names, you be able to follow right off of the title. And then Lilo, you got anything you want to say?
Yes. I just want to thank everybody. I see the follows coming in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Lilo Zine. I just put my link in the chat. You can find me on Twitch at Lilo Zine. Duh, just like Autumn said, I'm in the title, I'm in the chat. Y'all know the vibes. Yeah, I'll usually am playing Arc Raiders. I sometimes make Sims machinimas because I'm a geek and I have too much time on my hands. And I'm also a librarian in school. I'm almost done. I have like 12 credits left. But I'm hosting a book club at BGG this month. So pull up if you want to read Honey and Spice with us. We are meeting on the 24th with the author, you guys. It's going to be fun. We're going to be in the Discord. So please get your copy of Honey and Spice. And I would love to see you all there at the book club and, of course, in the guilds.
Yes.
And I think that's that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Autumn. Thank you,
No problem.
Alex.
On behalf
Thank
of
you,
Cap,
Lilo and Autumn.
on behalf of we can't forget Cap. Thank you so much, Cap, for your time, and giving us your insight on the Contras Coast Gates. I can't wait for
Yes.
that thesis to come out. Okay,
Big
yes,
Monet, not the little
okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah, not the little one, not to
You
be played
did
with.
you did your big one with that one. And again, y'all, I am Autumn is her. I'm your favorite 4-time horror search patient, variety gamer, streamer, and sometimes singer. I am the lead moderator here at BGG, and I'm so happy that I was able to lead this amazing panel with these amazing BGG members. I can't wait to do it again. I don't have anything else coming up planned because your girl is going to do what? Rest and recover. Say it again. Rest and recover. Okay. I'm
Big
tired.
P.
Okay. I need to
As you should, Queen.
level up my spoons. And so I
Big
may
rip.
or may not go live later today, just do a little light gaming and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's see. We gotta raid out to
Are we raiding?
we have to raid out. We need to raid. That's what we need to do. We need to
Wait, let me look.
where the BGGs at? Where the BGGs at? That's what I want to know. That's where we need to go. Oh, you know what I wish? See, or you know what? No, we should raid to a disabled person. Oh, from the disability pride shelf. Hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go
Let's
raiding.
Wait.
see. Let's see who on the disability pride shelf.
How
Yes,
do we
and
get
then
on that shelf? Do we know?
see, you gotta do your streamer surveys.
See,
You gotta do your listen. DMs are always open. If you need help, I got you. Okay.
hi.
I
Highlighting
am here.
disabled talent.
Yes.
I found it.
Yes.
Are we going black?
Yes, obviously.
Every day.
Yes, please. What do
I
you
love that
mean?
black tag, y'all. Like
Yes, we
every
don't
time I'm looking for
every time. Every
every time.
time.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
I'm
do
not.
it. One thing I'm gonna do that is that.
It,
Oh goodness. I found the link too. Let's see. Who do we have?
Send it to me in the Discord. So that's the
In the
we gonna
side chat. Yep.
that's what we doing. We sending love to the black disabled to the black disabled. So who was this person
Child, let
called?
me find out ain't nobody black on the shelf.
Man,
fun.
nobody lit.
You
Oh, immediately. Wait,
mm.
biracial.
Who you
Are they
Um,
on? We're going raiding?
yeah.
I see somebody that
Who
I
you see?
know.
Who you see? Let me know. Where that we sending the love. Oh, I know Chalky.
Chalky Live, Princess?
Yeah. No. Chalky plays.
Uh,
Yeah.
see, but you know what? I'm disabled. I'm not on that shelf. So
Oh no. See, yeah, we
any
gonna get
Rex?
you on.
Any Rex? Chat?
Any recommendations? Who's your favorite disabled streamer? See, we not live yet. we not live yet.
I would recommend Evolsagam. I know we did a book club together last month. We're
Okay.
both in the Women's Guild, and they are also on the disability shelf. They're in the Latin Guild, the Pride Guild, and the Women's Guild.
Okay.
So that's an option. That's an option.
Let's see. Where's the? We see where the BGG. Oh wait, we have a stream
Betty
thing.
Nix is live.
Oh, let's go out. See, listen. This is the way. This is the way. Where the BGGs at?
Do we have a raid message?
Yeah, let's get that raid matches going on. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, we got okay, let's see. We have you know what? We have Ambitious, Lily. Hmm. Let's go to Betty. Let's give the love. Let's
I
give the
like
love to
Betty. I
Betty. I
think
love
that's
me some Betty.
fine.
Let's give some love to Betty, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, make sure y'all
Let me
copy that raid message.
let me make a new one. BGG in the building.
BGG in the house.
Disability pride.
Disability baddies. What you mean?
Disability pride baddie.
I love that.
Incoming raid. What do we
Incoming
think about
raid,
this
yes.
one? How do we like that, y'all? Is that okay, Autumn?
Yeah, I love that. I love
Is
that.
that okay?
I love that.
Okay,
Alrighty,
good.
y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure y'all copy that raid message. Make sure y'all join us raiding out to Betty. Again, I'm Autumn as her. I'll see you in BGG Discord channel and maybe some online summons. You never know. Shout out to the Black Disabled, y'all. Fun.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.